This is the Conservative Czar, December 19th, 2012. I kind of going to step back here a little bit and talk about some fundamental points. I am a traditional conservative. I believe in a reduced government, and I believe in a defense of traditional Christian values. These are the two parts of a traditional conservative movement. I'm really getting to the point where we almost have to give up, at least in the short run, on even any attempt to reduce the size of government. We have to give up on the economic issues. The issues are big, but we have no hope of succeeding. We don't have a spokesman at all talking about reducing government. Everything. I mean, don't get hoodwinked by thinking there are Republican governors out there that are doing something. They're not. There isn't anybody out there. The only person that ever said anything concrete to reduce the size of government was Ron Paul, and he's quickly going to the ash pile of history, and will not be thought of again. You know, I've always maintained that while I believe that the government, in the end, an expanded government is a government which will persecute us, I believe that. And I believe that the regulations and the controls on freedoms are important, and that's from a big government. I believe that. But there's nothing we can do that makes any sense. It's unimportant, really, what happens on the fiscal cliff. It doesn't make any difference. Not a bit. Government grows, taxes go up, no matter who's in charge. It doesn't make any difference. What makes a difference, what can make a difference, and where we have to start, is the defense of traditional Christian values. This is important. This is important to how our grandchildren are raised. This is important. Not the size of government, you know, it's important, but it's nowhere near as important as the defense of values. And that is where we can have effect. And that's where we have to start having an effect, is the defense of values, the defense of traditional Christian values. We must shift our focus. I'm not saying that we give up the discussion or the politics of economics. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we and I will continue to talk about it. But it's not important. It's not going to bring us success. It is the values that presents the best message to go forward. It is the values that can allow us to evangelize. I'm not talking religious evangelization necessarily. I'm talking that, but that's not what. In addition, it's political evangelization. This is the wedge. This is what we can do. We can take values and religion and convert people into the defense of Christian values, and once they understand that, it's easier for them to be turned on economic issues. It's the defense of Christian values that is important. That's what we need to concentrate on. Forget the unimportant things, and there's a lot of reasons why it's not important. But I challenge you. You think it's important? You think the gun control issue is important? Take a look at both sides. Take a look at what they're proposing and what they're not proposing, or what they're going to do. You take any one of those, and they're not important. They're insignificant. What is really ridiculous about the gun control proposal by Obama and everybody else is that it makes no difference. That's our argument. Well, it makes no difference. Well, if it doesn't make any difference, it's not that important. And it's not. I'm not saying don't fight the fight, but let's concentrate on the things that can bring us success. And I'm not saying that we should give in on gun control. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's unimportant compared to the defense of Christian values. The fiscal cliff is exactly the same. Take anything that's going to happen. Take any way this is going to turn out. It's not important. The government's going to grow. Taxes are going to go up. I don't care if Boehner's in charge, McConnell's in charge, Obama's in charge. Ryan's in charge. It makes no difference. It's insignificant. You can't. How are you going to convert people saying we want taxes to be 28% versus 29%? Who are you converting on these issues? I'm not saying don't make the fight. I'm not saying that. I'm going to continue to talk about the ridiculous nature of the fiscal cliff and what is going to happen and what's not going to happen and all of that. But if we're going to have success, that success will come, in my opinion, from the defense of traditional Christian values. That's the wedge. That's how we get to talk to people. That's what excites people. The history of the world, there have been other kind of movements, but the religion, values, is what drives people to action. And that's what we need to concentrate on. And in all the rest of this, I don't think it makes that much difference. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.